Okay, final test here. Start test. Had a nice cold soak overnight. See the frost on the seats there. This is a 2005 Skidoo MXZ Renegade 600 HO SDI. It's had a hard start issue for several years. I think that's why the guy actually got rid of it. We bought it from. He tried to play it off like, oh, not a big deal. We'll start on the third or fourth pull. Sometimes it'll take longer, but once it gets running, no issues. Anyway, it wouldn't start. We were having to put a shot of starting fluid to it to get it going. So I did some research and found out it was the fuel pump only putting out about 4 to 6 psi, and it needs 58. So put a new fuel pump regulator in it, and it's regulating to about 50 psi. Not quite getting the 58 it needs, but I called the company and they said it's probably in the wheelhouse of where it needs to be. So let me pause this a second and get the video set up so I can get two hands on the pull starter here. Does not have electric start, unfortunately. Okay, got my phone balanced here. Alright, so the idea is to hit the primer button once, and that'll pressurize the system, the fuel injectors, and then give it a tug here. Hopefully it starts here within 2 or 3 pulls tops. System's pressurized. See the RPMs up higher like this. Something else a lot of the guys are complaining about. The RPMs aren't up at warm-up temperature. It'll go right to the low idle speed, which is also an indicator. So 2 pulls, pretty happy with that. Last time we had it out, youngest son, I think, about wore himself out pulling on this thing for about 15 minutes trying to get it started. Had to shoot some ether to it, starting fluid to it, and it fired up. So curious to see how long here it takes before it idles down once it gets up into open loop. Good running, good riding machine once it got warmed up, but this will make life a lot easier for us. Cost of the repair was about, I don't know, I think I found the fuel pump for about 80 bucks. The fuel pressure regulator was pretty expensive, about $54. And the strainer, they don't make the factory strainer anymore, so there is an aftermarket one. All of the parts I forget, high pressure fuel, high fuel, I don't remember the name of the website now. I could post a link here at the bottom. Just kind of curious how long for this would kick down here. I think I might pause the video for a little bit.